Hello, everyone. We're back, and we're moving on to MLB. Now, the Giants lead the Texas Rangers right now 2-0 in the World Series. Is this a shock?
Cliff Lee and CJ.
To me, it really isn't. I mean, I picked them over the Phillies, and I picked the Phillies to beat the Yankees if they met in the World Series. So it's not a shock to me. Now, the way the games have been has completely blown my mind. I never thought the Giants were going to score that many runs.
They shut him out last game.
And I mean, what was it 20 runs in 2 games?
I know.
I didn't expect their hitting to do anything.
In the first 2 games so far in the World Series, the Giants have one big inning that they score
But
a whole bunch of runs.
You know,
Matt Cain
was dominating.
He hasn't given up a single run in the entire playoffs.
He's dominating. He's doing really good.
I don't think a pitcher's ever done this well in a playoff series.
He's doing terrific. You mentioned their hitting. It's surprising me a little bit that 2-0. You know,
I did say their hitting was underrated.
You did. It's surprising
But I didn't expect this.
It was surprising that they had 2-0. You know, I think the Rangers were probably the favorite coming in. And Rangers were my pick. But I mean, people say pitching and clutch hitting win championships, right? I want to go down the line since the last decade. You look at the last decade. In 2000, Yankees won, then Diamondbacks, then Angels, then Marlins, then Red Sox, then White Sox, then Cardinals, then Red Sox, then Phillies, and then Yankees. All those teams, their pitching was pretty good, but their hitting was terrific. I've never seen a lineup like that get to the World Series since I started watching this game. That lineup, looking in at the start of the postseason, you look at the team, and yeah, that was their weakness. But you know, they've really won, like I said, with pitching and clutch hitting. You've seen Cody Ross come from nowhere. Somebody's garbage wins the NL.
Edgar Renteria?
Yeah,
he was great last night.
Cody Ross wins the NLCS MVP last week. He was terrific. Most people are these garbage. Pat Burrell, Andres Torres, Pablo Sandoval's numbers going way down. But I mean, you look at Aubrey Hoff, Buster Posey's been terrific.
Yeah. I mean, he's a beast.
He's doing really good. And like I said, that I think Lincecum and Kane. I think I like the Phillies' rotation a little better going into postseason. But I think looking at Lincecum and Kane, that's the best one too. They've really been carrying.
And Sanchez is a great number 3.
And it's really weird how Cliff Lee has been dominating this whole postseason. And a team like the Giants get all of its the problems of him, and then C.J. Wilson pitched pretty good, but their offense is really coming alive.
Do you think with Cliff Lee's outing, do you think that diminishes his epic postseason history?
Well, I mean, it has to. I mean, he's still one of the best postseason. I still put him, if I want a game, if I want somebody to pitch in the postseason, I want him to pitch, but obviously it diminishes.
I thought he was a little overrated. I mean, obviously he's one of the top pitchers.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'd take Roy Halladay over him still. I mean,
you need to win a game?
Yeah, I would still take Roy Halladay. And on top of that, I mean, it's one bad game.
That's true.
I mean,
yeah, I mean, I guess it diminishes a little bit because he was so dominating. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, if I want a pitcher to play, I still want Cliff Lee. Actually,
I don't think long term it's going to affect him at all.
Oh no.
But short term, it's affecting his.
He's very composure. He has a lot of composure in the mound. You never see him anxious or anything. He just goes out there and gets the job done.
You can't blame all that on him either. It was the whole team. I mean, why would you play Vlad Guerrero in the outfield?
That's true.
Just
DH.
DH.
He's a DH.
I mean,
I'm just surprised with that Rangers lineup that they didn't get anything off.
Expect more.
Yeah, Kane was just dominating.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at the Rangers thing. And I want to say something. If the Rangers do come back, if you look at Josh Hamilton, he's going to be the difference maker.
Oh, definitely.
You know, and he could be if they do come back and Josh Hamilton wins the MVP. Is he the first player that could win the regular season MVP, ALCS MVP, and World Series MVP?
Probably.
That would be sick.
Do you think that they should start Cliff Lee on short rest Game 3? A lot of people are talking about that.
No.
I don't think so.
I'd wait for 4.
A lot I are saying they should do that just to stop the bleeding, but you do that and he could just fall apart.
I look for a pivotal game in the series. I like this matchup. The next game against Kobe Lewis, Jonathan Sanchez. I like Kobe Lewis to win that game, but I look at the next game. Two young people, Tommy Hunter versus Madison Bumgarner. That's going to be a lot of problems. They're going to be anxious in that game, and I think that's going to be the pivotal game. Whoever can keep their composure the best and win that game, that would be big.
All right, we'll move right into final series predictions. Brian, you start us off this time.
I think the Rangers are going to scare the Giants a little bit. I think the Giants are still going to win this, but I think the Rangers are going to have a massive game, this next game coming up, and it's going to really scare the Giants. But in the end, I think the Giants take it in 6.
Would you classify Game 3 as a must-win for the Rangers?
Clearly, I mean, if they lose that, then the Giants have 4 games to win 1. So,
I don't think there's ever been a team to come back 2-0 in the World Series, and there's only been 2 teams ever to come back from 3-0 in any sport, which is the Flyers against the Bruins and the Red Sox against the Yankees in 2004. What was the question? The predictions. I'm actually going to go. I'm going to stick with my pick. I'm going to say you got to remember that the Giants were at home these first 2 games. I'm gonna say they start rebounding. I think Giants are going to play. They've been playing a little over their heads. I think they're going to get problems on the road. I'm going to pick the Rangers in 7.
All right. Well, other news in MLB: Joe Girardi, his contract was extended with the Yankees. Thoughts on this, Mitch?
Well, I mean, I could win with that team. You know what I'm saying? If I was managing, this guy, you can't say this guy's really been a terrific manager. I mean, he won his first season as a
You can't say he's bad. You can't say he's good.
but I mean, he did win Manager of the Year.
with the Marlins, true.
Yeah.
But
So,
I mean,
he's not that bad.
I mean, to keep all those big heads and everything, and all those big contracts all together, and win that last series, to get them back to the postseason this series, that shows something. But I think this guy might be a little overrated right now. But I mean, they got it.
But the thing is, Joe Torre wasn't there to teach the team how to win, and neither was Girardi.
Yeah.
They were there because they know how to manage those egos.
Sure.
And, I mean, you lose Joe Girardi. I don't really see who else they would have brought in that could do that. I mean, they might have found
You look
someone.
at it like a Don Mattingly who had a chance to come back and
Yeah,
he
but-
wanted to play with Joe Torre.
Yeah, but I mean,
That was a solid pickup. And I mean, if I'm the Yankees, I'm excited him too.
if I'm the Yankees, I mean, I'm a Yankees fan. I'm not so much as excited that he's back as Cubs fans are mad that he didn't go to them. Because everybody thought that, he could be that one manager that they needed to give them a boost.
That's true.
I mean, the Cubs have always had great players on the teams, but they've never gelled together. And Girardi's great at doing
I
that.
agree with that. Bring all those players in there.
1908's a long time.
Yeah, it is.
Probably going another 20,
You know,
25 years.
as a Red Sox fan, it is a long time.
All right, moving on to NBA. Heat, Celtics. did it live up to all the hype?
I mean, I guess. I mean, it was a solid game. You know, the Celtics had the lead. I think they were the team to beat throughout the whole game. They let the Heat come back a little bit, but yeah, I mean, it was a solid game. I guess it wasn't as much hype as you wanted it to be. LeBron had 31 points.
I thought the refs were
Wade and Bosh kind of sucked.
I thought the refs were atrocious in that game.
They were.
I mean, that foul that was called on Pierce when he got hurt.
When you saw, yeah. I mean, I think Pierce milked that injury a little bit just to point out to the refs that that was a complete charge.
I don't know about that. I mean, he looked like he was in he was crying on the bench.
He was, but I mean, Paul Pierce is kind of a flip for the dramatic. He came back.
But I mean, you don't see a guy like that cry.
Exactly.
Unless he's in true
But
pain.
I mean, I love how everyone's giving it to be LeBron James. Oh, LeBron James is called. Paul Pierce has been a superstar for the last 12 years or whatever. He should get some of that. I mean, he was standing there for a solid 2 seconds.
Pierce was, in high school when LeBron was in diapers. So I mean,
I agree with you. Officiating was not good in that game at all.
it was but it went both ways too. There were a few that were
Exactly.
called on Dwayne Wade. That were not
Dwayne Wade got screwed that whole
He
game. I mean, you see, Dwayne Wade had a lot of calls that weren't non-calls against him, a lot of calls on him.
Did it surprise you that for a lot of that game the Celtics were completely dominating the Heat?
I mean, yeah, but one thing that did surprise me was the Heat's lack of a bench. I think you look at a James Jones who came in and was really their only good bench guy. I know Mike Miller's hurt. I know Mike Miller's not going to be back till January. But their lack of a big man is huge. I don't think they're going to...
Oh yeah, their inside game's terrible.
That's going to be their one weakness throughout this whole season. Bosh isn't really a big physical player. He's more of a finesse player who kind of plays in the perimeter. And Joel Anthony, I mean, he kind of looks like a Kennard Perkins type role, to be the center. But
Yeah.
I mean, they don't. Their best backup big is Zydrunas Ilgauskas and Juwan Howard, who really didn't have a job, played for Portland.
It didn't surprise me at all. I mean, I thought the Celtics were the better team going in, and I still think they're the better team because, I mean, they're all around a great team. I mean, you look at the Heat, you got the big three, and then it kind of breaks down.
But
after
you
that.
do have to agree. The Celtics have been playing forever, and the Heat were, they're a little bit banged up. Wade was a little bit banged up going in.
I know, but
Miller's out. I think as soon as the team goes through, I think they're gonna be a team to beat.
but
They do need to get a big though.
I'm still liking the Celtics this year over the Heat.
I think what was surprising with the Celtics is Shaq. Shaq was terrific in that game.
Yeah,
You see that dunk?
Glenn Davis was too.
Glenn Davis was great in that game too. One player that wasn't too good, Jermaine O'Neal. I didn't think he. I mean, I'm sure he's not the main guy or whatever, but
he did what he had to do.
yeah, I mean, he's new here too. They weren't really feeding him the ball. But
Now, moving on, do you think the Cavs have any shot after beating the Celtics?
that team actually surprised me. I love how everyone's saying when LeBron was in the team that if you take LeBron off the team, they would still be a good team. Well, he's off the team. They lost LeBron and Shaq, and now they have no shot. I just don't get that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
J.J. Hickson looked great. He was awesome last game.
I
Mo
still
Williams wasn't even playing that game.
I still think that they're a playoff team.
I do too.
I mean, I don't think they're going to win.
Playoff caliber, yeah.
I don't think they're going to win any championship.
Oh no,
But I mean, they're definitely a playoff team.
I like
so
that team.
It doesn't surprise me at all that the Celtics lost to them.
Mo Williams didn't play in that game. J.J. Hickson's emerging as one of the top up-and-coming power forwards in this league. You add Mo Williams, I think his number's going to go down without LeBron. But add Mo Williams, keep Verajao out there, and J.J. Hickson and Antoine Jameson. This team looks pretty good.
Yeah, you made a good point earlier too. You want to explain that one?
Which one?
The one about the Celtics and the Cavs, the game plans.
Oh right, yeah. You look at it. This whole offseason, the Celtics were game planning to play against the Heat. You know what I'm saying? And they were game planning for the Heat. They wanted to win that game really badly. And you look for the Cavs, that was their first game. So they had a whole offseason game planning for the Celtics. So I think the Celtics weren't game planning for the Cavs, and I think the Cavs were game planning for the Celtics. So
I really like that point. And also, like you said, it's the Cavs' first game.
exactly.
The Celtics
they were
just went
energetic.
through a brutal game against what a lot of people are saying is the best team in the NBA.
Yeah,
So,
I gotta mention something. I really like the Cavs fans. So, somebody held up a sign saying, "Thanks a lot, Celtics." They must have had a dream 2 days. They let the Celtics beat LeBron, and then they come back and beat the Celtics. That was a great 2 days for them. But like I said, I think the Cavs with that whole offseason game planning against the Celtics, I think they really wanted to come out there big, and they won the game. And I think the Celtics were game planning a lot for the Heat. Look past the Cavs, and especially back to back. They shouldn't have 2 back-to-back games.
I just have to say one thing. That was a pretty long second.
That's true. That's true.
I don't know. It seemed like 3 seconds and 1 when he shot the ball and got the 3. So, anyways, moving on. Game of the week: Heat and Magic. Who takes it? Very quick.
Ooh, very. You know what? This is really tough. This is a really tough matchup. I'm not banking on this one, but I'll say the Heat.
Heat.
Heat too.
I'm just not feeling Orlando this
I'm
year.
gonna say it's really close. I think it's gonna be 196.
I think Dwight Howard is going to explode.
Yeah, against that bigs. Yeah, like
But-
you mentioned. That's
But I'm just not feeling Orlando.
yeah.
this
How
year.
are the Cavs gonna stop Dwight Howard? I have no. I have
mean,
no
Heat?
idea. I mean, yeah. How are the Heat gonna stop
They're
Dwight
not.
Howard? Exactly. I just don't get that.
Well, Dwayne Wade last game he got 30 points, so
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he was back.
Yeah. So
He had a week game against the Celtics. Gelled a little bit second game.
I think he'll do good against Orlando. I think overall Bosch, Wade, and LeBron will do great.
I mean, that's how are they gonna stop Dwight Howard?
All right, we got much more on the way, but for right now, we're just going to take another little short break.